Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're hopping back into Danganronpa. Last time we left off, we were starting to get into a murder investigation, so fun times for us. I won't hold y'all too long, so without further ado, let's hop in. I need pause. Okay, so first of all, I did not think we'd find Taka. That's not what I was expecting to find. Uh, I was expecting to find Robo Justice, you know? But goddamn, we found another dead body. But we haven't seen him this whole time, which means he's probably been dead a while, right? How do I... Fumi's body discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to two nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. The reality I have to face every day. But still. Why is this happening? Ooh. Another hammer. No, it's just his hammer 4. It's even bigger than before. That suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too. Toko, don't tell me Toko too. Relax, she just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Oh, that's right, when Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? We've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said I should just leave her alone for now.
However...
But why is it just his hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi with Justice Hammer 2, but then it was just Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3? Ah.
What?
What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me. Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Hifumi's dead too.
What? Hey!
Hifumi's been killed? Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we better go check it out.
Damn.
Of course, come on. So Sakura Byakuya and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Ah! Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah, I heard Hifumi is dead, right?
Indeed.
Well, that's not all. It is gone. Huh, what's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It disappeared. Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here? I went back to the nurse's office. I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. I couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared. Me and Celeste went to the bathroom. We were only gone for like a minute, and then when we got back...
Indeed.
That must be the work of the culprit. They must have carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all gonna die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural.
Huh?
Hold on, what do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be.
No!
Hina.
Hina, calm down. We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be, Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot she's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well...
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
Huh?
So she is still unconscious?
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. You'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
You bastard! calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting right now. We need to hurry back.
Huh?
I can't take anymore. I don't want anybody else to die. Baikuya, if something happens to Toko, I will never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs heading back to the 3rd floor. This sounds like a lot of exercise. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed. When we got there, Toko! Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there's something very different here. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, it disappeared.
This is...
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What are you saying, Taka? Saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. He didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly counting his crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Huh?
Huh? Think about it. We could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies.
Well,
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everybody here was together on the 3rd floor.
it is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now, this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a sec. Kyoko has an alibi for where Celeste and Hifumi and I were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual you're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There are rules to that say you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder if they were to break that rule.
Shing!
I'd mince ya without a second thought. Mince ya, grind ya, turn ya into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish like shrimp or crab? Indeed.
Let's see.
So since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd better off without her,
In
though.
other words...
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed, and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi. The only one who could have done it, Hiro. But is he really the killer? And what about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey Makoto, what's the matter? Huh? Oh no, it's nothing. Whatever, we need to find these bodies, or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then,
Very well, let's split up and begin searching.
but
There is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
I
know that. I think I do, but
Hina.
we're still nervous. I'll come with you.
huh?
Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by others. I have to try and find 2 missing bodies. I have a feeling I know where they are. I don't like how the map is color coordinated, but it also kind of helps. Not here. Not here. Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Oh, you mean
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies have both been hidden in the
Goodbye.
repository. I've already told Tina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? Rec room. Art. Are their bodies somewhere? Up ahead is the repository. The door, I guess it's unlocked. I have no choice but to go inside. So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... the two bodies that had disappeared were right there. Okay, so... how did they get there? Okay, Hifumi would be a very hard body to hide or move in general, just because Hifumi's not a small guy. So Taka, I can understand. Pretty much everybody could move him if they tried. But Fumi, there's got to be something there. Smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. Then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
And so here we are.
It's the Monokuma file!
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen.
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Now make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later!
Well then, now we've found the bodies, all that it's left to do is uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know.
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever, they're never coming back. Awful, this is all just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. Cruel, brutal. But that's the reality of the world they currently live in. But this wasn't a movie. Hifumi! This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I?
Hifumi! You can't just come back from the dead like that. That's not how it works. We had a body discovered, okay? Not a... We can't just do that.
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? Ah, that's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me.
Want to sit back for a little bit.
Like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu. Hiro.
His eyes closed. They never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolutely undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splattered his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears cannot restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins. No calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro I can't pronounce that. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi, and then going as far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends?
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time, it's not all life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. You have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but go through this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victim Humikumi, Hamada, and Koto Ishimaru. The case of death of each was blows to the head. It was thought that they were both killed with a simpler weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That's no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened in the Mamakura files anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude, I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplice, right? I'm pretty sure I explained before, didn't I, during the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, 2 people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then...
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, I can't answer that, but I would obstruct the free exchange of information. But it would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder,
Phew.
only the blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to turn in
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened. So, just one person?
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it is down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all of the contestants. So there can only be one blackened, and accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see why Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
however,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no idea. No doubt that Hiro is responsible. But before the time begin, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend Genocide Jack.
What?
What? I'm offended. When did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Anyway, you there, milk sack, swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Fumi scream, she was with me. And when the body disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Fumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill somebody when everybody knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's the not kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, we should postcard by the bodies like before. We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless in the investigation
It's
anyway.
all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. The whole thing is so strange. But, all but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Monokuma File 3 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. There are hammers, all different sizes, hanging on the wall, although more like mallets. Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have been obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky powder. Wait, for some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Fufumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office, where he was discovered, to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third. And all without anybody noticing it. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh, wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Think about who's Fumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When the body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? Why? Fumi's glasses had been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma files, he died to a fatal blow from the head. Found just a hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a trap laid out under his body. A tarp laid out under the body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That's why there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Bakuyu, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and the murder and disappearance all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yes, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
Then there's no room to suspect anybody else. Okay, but if he did do it, why wouldn't he hide his identity? That's a weird costume. Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see? I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hidden here somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try and hide the bodies? They probably feared that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? And again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is you can't kill someone and get away with it or graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps. I see, so that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we were friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the respiratory. He talks as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? It's a dolly, and it doesn't seem to have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it was used to move statues around. Kinda awkward if you bend down. It's not too hard to use. Huh, but wait. It wasn't in the equipment room when we found Taka's body. And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. That explanation for that. Repository dolly has been added to the bullet section of your handbook. I think that should be it. There's only one way out of this room. It's definitely a lock. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh, what is it? After Fumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. And we came here as soon as the search started. There's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why was it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Yeah. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. He and Sakura both confirmed that the door was locked after the search of the bodies began. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone into the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. So that's certainly someone. Hina claims that there was no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. Was it the killer who was still roaming free, or was it one of the victims? Repository door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some place I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found. Yes. There's some kind of tire marks going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. It reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on the tire. Could the body have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. The equipment room bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way you could get it to the 3rd floor. It's still a total mystery. Just hammer for the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left there. I was asleep right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Yes. I think this locker sure is big. Yes, yes! Yes, you can say the locker is big. But I know that locker's important. Just hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Fumi. Someone moved the body and left the weapon behind. Why are you What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Fumi's body.
Let's see.
How Fumi was moved, eh? When I disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her, but she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when I got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Fumi's body in a short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry someone that big, Fumi, in only a couple of minutes is, I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Celeste's account has been added to the Drupal section of my handbook. Okay. So, refrigerator, wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, it's totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for a blood transfusion, I guess. Doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. It's just a normal trash can. Wait, huh? There's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. A glasses cleaning cloth? And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ah, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh,
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash
Huh?
can. Cleaning cloth? It's all bloody. Whoever this belongs to must have used it to wipe some blood. But who would have needed to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I'm thinking it might be important. Glasses cleaning cloth has been added to the triplet section of your handbook. When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's
yes,
office, right? Correct?
indeed. Indeed.
Only a couple of minutes is impossible. Okay, so it's gonna let me leave now? Yes. Thank you all for stopping by and watching the video. Remember to hit like and subscribe so that way you can know when the next episode comes out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm not gonna steal any more of your time. Have a great day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.